They worked in nearly complete silence, communicating with each other through a series of hand signals so as not to draw attention or reveal any of their discoveries to outsiders. They were known only as the Holes or the Hutches. Most of them were in their 20s and had no previous experience with cryptography or code breaking. But what they lacked in experience, they made up for with enthusiasm, stamina, and sheer brain power. Working around the clock in shifts, they would go through thousands upon thousands of intercepted messages, searching for patterns and clues that would lead to the enemy's undoing. Their efforts were tedious, frustrating, and often thankless, but they were driven by a greater purpose, a desire to help end the war and save lives. Their work was so important that if anyone ever found out about it, it could cost them their lives. But who were these people and why did they have to work in such secrecy? What was so special about their work that it needed to be kept under wraps? The answer lies in the story of one man, a genius mathematician and computer scientist named Alan Turing. Turing and his team of codebreakers were working on one of the most important tasks of World War II, cracking the Enigma code. The Enigma code was a sophisticated encryption method used by the Germans to communicate with each other, which is why, when they discovered how to decode German messages, the Allies gained access to invaluable intelligence that helped them track enemy movements, decipher plans, and anticipate attacks. The ability to crack the Enigma code turned the tide of the war and paved the way for victory. But it was a long and difficult process that required brilliant minds and tireless efforts. The Enigma code was created by a German company called Schiffer and was first used in the 1920s. It was designed by a team of engineers led by Arthur Scherbius, who claimed that it was unbreakable. The Enigma machine was a success and soon it was adopted by the German military as well as other countries such as the Soviet Union and Italy. By 1941, Germany had produced around 40,000 Enigma machines, which were used extensively during World War II. The Enigma machine was a marvel of engineering for its time. It had a keyboard with 26 letters of the alphabet and a plug board with 26 sockets. That allowed users to rearrange the letters according to their own cipher. When a letter was typed, it would pass through the plug board and then through the machine's rotors, which were 3 rotating wheels with electrical contacts. Each rotor had 26 possible settings, and each setting corresponded to a different combination of letters. As the rotors rotated, the machine generated a different combination of letters every time, making it seem like the encrypted message changed every day. In addition to the rotors, the Enigma machine also had a reflector, an auxiliary device that helped to make the encryption even more secure by bouncing the electrical signal back through the rotors again. This made it harder for anyone trying to decipher the message to figure out what the letters stood for. The Enigma machine was so complicated and seemingly secured that it was believed to be unbreakable by any means of calculation or logic. This gave the Germans a false sense of security, and they used it extensively to communicate their battle plans, troop movements, and other sensitive information. However, the British and French intelligence agencies managed to get hold of some Enigma machines and began trying to crack the code. They had some success, but it was slow and laborious work until Alan Turing came along. Turing was born in London in 1912 and showed an interest in mathematics and science from an early age. He studied at Cambridge University and became one of the leading experts on mathematical logic and computation. When World War II broke out, he joined the British government as top-secret code-breaking unit called the Government Code and Cipher School or GC&S at Bletchley Park in Buckinghamshire. There he met with other brilliant minds like Gordon Welchman, who would later join him in building the bomb machine. At first glance, Turing's work might have seemed pointless since there were no actual victories being won. He wasn't sneaking into German headquarters to plant bombs or leading daring raids behind enemy lines. But Turing knew that his work was vital to the war effort. By cracking the Enigma code, he and his team were helping the Allies gain the upper hand against the Germans. They were providing valuable intelligence that saved lives and shortened the war. When Turing arrived at Bletchley Park, He was given access to some captured Enigma machines and a huge backlog of encrypted messages. He studied the machines and the messages and came up with a plan to break the code. He realized that the Germans changed the encryption every day, but they also had a tendency to use the same settings for several days in a row. He devised a machine that could test thousands of settings in minutes, drastically reducing the time it took to decrypt a message. He called it the bomb. The bomb was an electromechanical device that used a set of wheels and gears to simulate the Enigma machine-esque rotors. It could test all possible settings for a given message in less than an hour, whereas it would have taken a human operator days to do the same thing. With the help of the bomb, Turing and his team were able to decipher thousands of German messages every day. They provided the Allies with valuable intelligence about German troop movements, weapons development, and communication networks. They also developed methods to track changes in the Enigma settings and to cope with new challenges, as the Germans tried to improve their security. For example, they had to deal with the introduction of a fourth rotor, which added more complexity to the encryption. They also had to contend with the threat of German spies and traitors, who were trying to infiltrate Bletchley Park and steal their secrets. Despite these challenges, Turing and his team kept working tirelessly to break the Enigma code until the end of the war in 1945. It is estimated that Turing's work and that of his team shortened the war by 2 years and saved millions of lives. Historians also argue that the methods and techniques he developed laid the foundation for modern computers and cryptography. Turing was awarded a knighthood for his contributions to code breaking during the war, but he kept a low profile and avoided public recognition. He continued to work in mathematics and artificial intelligence until his death in 1954. So why is Turing's work so important? Why should we care about a mathematician who lived almost a century ago and solved a mystery that has nothing to do with us today? The answer is that Turing's work is important because it has had a profound impact on our world. His methods and techniques are still used today to encrypt and decrypt data, to protect our privacy and security online, and to keep our communications safe from hackers and spies. His work has also inspired generations of computer scientists and cryptographers who have carried on his legacy of innovation and discovery. By learning about Turing and his work, we can appreciate the power of human ingenuity and the importance of investing in science and technology. We can also learn about the challenges and ethical dilemmas that come with using these powerful tools and how to ensure that they are used responsibly and for the benefit of humanity. As we navigate the complex world of data and cybersecurity, it is essential that we remember the pioneers who have paved the way for us. Alan Turing was one of those pioneers, and his work has left an indelible mark on our world. By understanding his contributions, we can better appreciate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead of us in the digital age. So let us honor his memory by investing in education, by supporting research, and by working together to create a safer and more secure world. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without Turing, that might have been our reality. His work may have been done in secrecy, but his impact is undeniable. From the smartphones in our pockets to the encryption that protects our data, we owe much of our digital age to one man and his team of code breakers. If you enjoyed this glimpse into history's hidden heroes, hit subscribe for more untold stories that shaped our world. And if you want to know more about the amazing code breakers at Bletchley Park, stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Until next time, thanks for watching.